survives it. Yeah.
Mid tower. Xuan, level 2 edict. Guys, look at me.
No. Yeah. Luckily, it's level 2 edict. I feel like a lot of Leshreks haven't like maxed out by level 7 easily.
Yep.
But
Omega smoke straight away to respond to this.
Yep. Storm jumps in, ball with the Vortex, a follow-up from CML, looking for an Impale. Not going to get it though. He was just a little bit further away, but they do keep the tower alive. I'm personally surprised to see Edict not leveled up more. Is this normal Lesh builds these days? At least from watching like N8 BPC, I feel like every Lesh would just max Edict.
I'm not too sure. I feel like maybe he just feels like the Storm is really critical for the opponent's lineup because he already has the winning lane in the top lane. So all he needs to do is pressure the Storm a bit. Or maybe it was because he was kind of getting dumpstered. You remember in the first 2 minutes of the lane. Yeah.
He
so
wanted
he
the extra
added
point
points.
of lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. That would make sense because yeah, Storm CS-wise was like destroying him. A lot of that was neutral camps, but still, Mac is absolutely popping off so far in the Storm, and you're kind of seeing why perhaps Omega went to the Storm as a, we were a bit surprised when Storm came out, but I think it was very much like we lost game 1. Let's go for our comfort pick. It's one of Mac's most played heroes in pub games. He's played it a ton in pro games, so it does feel like a bit of a signature hero comfort pick for him.
Yep, it's definitely one of Mac's best heroes, and it's always good to have your mid player, especially your mid and your carry players, on one of their best heroes in these high-stake games. Because they might just pull something off that you didn't expect.
What his next move is invasion into the enemy jungle from Mac, trying to take away some of this Axis farm, and Lifestealer's still able to at least stay in this top lane for now. Feeling like you can at least rely on that rage to perhaps escape if needed.
Raven's Axe is actually a lot poorer than I thought he would be at this point. He is not accelerating that much for an Axe. This is not where you want to see your Axe in terms of net worth at this point of the game. When you have your Vanguard. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Now he goes to accelerate. He's at the ancient stack.
I guess it was just that perhaps I feel like often you see the Axes get to the ancients or neutral stacks faster, and he lost some of his neutral stacks. That's why it was a smart invasion by Omega into the jungle, but now we get Raven doing Raven things as he will get to the top of the net worth. Took him, no, not really a bit longer. I guess this is kind of typical time to be farming those ancients. Doesn't kill the ancients in time to get the respawn, unfortunately. Bit of lost gold there, but yeah, Fnatic happy just to keep on farming with their Axe, it seems.
This is kind of a missed opportunity by Fnatic, I think. I think they should have been top while their Axe is farming the jungle. Because Omega actually brought like 3 heroes bot, and they didn't use their Lash to take the top tower. And after 10 minutes, you can't do that as the Lash anymore. Because you're afraid of the Finger and the Laguna. Because of the Tome. So I think it's quite bad that they didn't take the top tower.
Yeah.
As Fnatic.
The impression I get is that one Storm rotation where he TP'd top almost maybe scared Fnatic a little bit. Like, they probably remember, okay, last time we went top, we got ganked here. Like, I feel like that's in your head where you're thinking twice about going top because of what Storm did to you last time. And now there's not just a Storm, but there's also a Lion who's level 6 with Finger of Death.
Yeah. Again, I'm feeling better about Omega's situation in the game. They haven't dropped any towers against this Lash. And their heroes are only gonna get more threatening. All these heroes, these Lions, this EK, Storm, all the heroes that can kill you really fast. If they have an even map, they're gonna find pickups somewhere.
They also haven't really dropped any kills here, as they're gonna find a kill their own on the Phoenix. Nice zip from Mac. Mac's the only death. I mean, we're 10 minutes in and it was a 1-to-1 kill score. Similar to game 1. I mean, we talked about it a bit last game. The pressure, the importance, I know, $40 million qualifier. We are seeing a very different style of Dota compared to the Southeast Asian DPC leagues, it feels like, from both these teams.
Yeah, definitely. These teams have been, once the brackets were announced, they have been screaming for the past 3 weeks to a month.
Yep, jump in top. That's the jump. I mentioned it. I mean, perhaps this is where not going top earlier, you mentioned it. Oh, mid lane also. They saw the jump up top, and I think Axe Raven thought he was safe in this mid lane because several heroes were in the top lane, but the chain stuns, the Lion, the Lina, the LSA into the Impale, the DK Dragon Tails, the damage isn't there though. These heroes just don't have it, and they're going to turn around. Nice Winter's Curse coming in from the Wyvern. The egg follow up as well, but here comes the Lifestealer with the Rage. Can they bring this egg down? I believe they've got the right clicks need. They'll burst him down, and now the Vortex, the pull-in onto Death. And he's going to be meeting his death here as the Storm zips through, and Sam H finishes him off with a DK. A bloodbath in the middle lane following a pick off top. Suddenly, all hell unleashed in the mid lane.
Omega has been impressing me these 2 games so much with how they've been playing the early game. Sure, the lanes didn't go as well as they wanted to, especially their top lane, but they've really recovered really well, kept their composure.
Where was this Omega during the DPC leagues, do you think? Is this... Are they just been improving by sticking together and playing a lot more? Like, what do you think has kind of changed with that?
I'm not sure, honestly, because I actually scrimmed them recently, and I mean, I'm not gonna leak anything, but I didn't feel like they were that good. They are much better now than they were a few days ago. So maybe
I saw your
just
predictions.
Turning up today, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you were predicting a Fnatic 2-0, which is nothing, crazy. Obviously, your friends playing on the team, but I think most of the SEA viewers would say, okay, this is Fnatic we're talking about. They are favored. They did win game 1 already, but game 2, similar to game 1, looking pretty good for Omega. And now they've got an armor on this lifesteal, and something, we haven't really talked about the lifesteal and what this hero can do. Infest bombs. Is that the game plan here? Just we saw game 1, the aggression from Omega. Are they just gonna be looking to kind of redo what we saw in game 1, where they just keep on playing aggressive?
Yeah, I think the difference here is that last game they had a Monkey King that he didn't feel like he could scale into the game properly. He took the ages, but he didn't really do any. Oh.
Blink stun mid lane. They've caught out Death. He's got the hood. He's pretty tanky here. Wyvern with the Cold Embrace, and that's gonna hurt Omega as actually Phoenix in some trouble. Can he get the egg off here? BJ just gonna go for the egg, and with the Winter's Curse to protect it. The Storm in all sorts of trouble. Death is waiting with the Crush. Oh, he doesn't get, he gets stunned! Oh, great stun coming in. That saves the Storm's life. But CML will go down as a result, but he stopped Death from getting the chain stun out of the curse, so he saved the Storm's life.
That's beautiful.
Well, big ultimates down. I mean, Fnatic are very ulti dependent. Is that something you have to be a little bit worried about? Are Omega saying, okay, let's just go fight again now?
Yeah, definitely. Like, if they actually make a smoke play now onto the Lash, I think the Lash just dies. There's nothing to save the Lash. The Axe doesn't even have a dagger to counter initiate. This Axe right now is just a farming machine. It's just accelerating.
Yeah. Battle for the top rune. Storm just going to look to zip in, blinks into a crush, the follow-up stun from the Lash. Oh, Mac, he gets the regen rune in his bottle! Oh, what? He's regenning! They don't kill anyone, but he lives and gets a regen, so Omega still may look to re-engage here. The Infest is there, they see all this, but he's zipping in from afar, he's chasing. He knows there's no ultimates, he's just looking for anything he can find. It's going to be Swan on the ledge rack. No escape for him.
Where you at?
Oh. It's just like, come on, we had him. And they're going to get more. They're going to get Death on the Slaughter as well. The Cold Embrace may delay it, but the Impale's waiting for him. The Laguna Bay, the Finger of Death, the Zap combo.
He knows just hitting Ancients while Death is dying for Slaughter.
Oh
my god.
You know.
Omega feeling themselves this game.
I mean, they are, but also that was a pretty lucky regen rune, you gotta say.
That was masterful Storm play though. Masterful.
Yeah. I love that he, whoever, whether it was Lifestealer or Storm, probably the Storm, because he's the one diving in. He made the call like, they see me, they saw him with the Corrosive Haze, but he's like, we're just gonna zip in. They used everything. They have no spells. We'll just fly in across the map with this regen rune.
He had a GPS on Chen.
He's not done. Fine jabs now as well. One fluffy. You said the magic number is 2. He's only got 1 fluffy hat. That's clearly the problem here, is what I'm hearing.
Clearly. Obviously, I'm a much better player than Jabs.
you know to buy 2 fluffy hats, not 1. Don't worry, I'm sure Jabs will be, after this today, he's going to go back, watch all the VODs to hear everything you said, so he'll get some of those useful tips. Yeah, I mean, Omega just suddenly pull a little bit further ahead. You kind of mentioned I'm the same, where we don't fully understand this Axe. Does it feel like, to you, Axe is going to hit some key item timings and suddenly the game is going to change for Fnatic?
I think the timing for the X to have won the game has already passed, to be honest. In the way that LGD played it, they always accelerated the X really hard in the laning phase. Like he pushes the lane with the X, farms the camp, the support. Like in this case, they have a Phoenix as well. The Phoenix could have stacked like 3 camps with his spirits, and he would have accelerated the X so much. But the only stacks that they got him were the ancient stacks. Of course, Omega also stole one of Fnatic's stacks. So yeah, this X so far hasn't been working out. I think like he's way too small for this point of the game.
And it sounds like it's not necessarily Raven how he's played it, but one of the things we were commenting on and kind of praising DJ for was those rotations made. He stole a water rune, he killed the storm, but he wasn't stacking camps, I guess. You mentioned the Phoenix's ability to stack multiple camps with Fire Spirits. It felt like he prioritized winning mid lane over securing the Axe more far.
Yeah, and after he clears those stacks, maybe he could have went to the mid lane or went to the top lane with the Vanguard at like really early timing and helped his team to open the towers. Instead, he just jungles, right? And when you just jungle, you're not putting pressure on the enemy because you're buying a Manta, you're not buying a dagger. There's no threat.
Omega, they are feeling themselves. They're chasing, they're looking for kills. Sam H charging forward the Corrosive Breath and the Infested Lifesteal. Tried to find the Blink Dragon Tail, didn't connect, but this all follows Omega claiming a tier 2 bottom plus an early outpost. We saw it last game, an early outpost being picked up, and you mentioned last game, is eyes just on Roche now? Is that the next priority and objective for Omega?
I think for Omega, what they want right now is really to push out the waves, and once they have a smoke and an ops ready, they want to smoke and get a very big kill into a Roche. Because it's not that simple for them to just simply do Roche. They don't have any good Roche taking abilities. It's just a lifesteal hitting. So I think they should go for a kill first.
Alright, well, right now they are posturing around the enemy triangle. I mean, if they can't take Roche, they're more than happy to deny as much farm as possible away from the enemy. Also, one of the good things we're seeing, you know, not really what you'd consider an Axe counter with the mana drain, but you know, Lion able to insta-kill illusions is pretty nice against the Axe Manta.
That is a huge part actually, because it really reduces the X acceleration in the game. And he feels like he cannot just run down Manta illusions in lanes anymore.
Mega. Now look to take this top tier 1 tower, but the question is, when do Fnatic make their go? No Blink Dagger on Axe, but they're going to go for a four-man smoke gang. Axe revealing himself is just going to be kind of the bait here, it looks like. Not looking to hide. Storm zips forward a little bit. Zips out. I think he caught wind of what's coming his way, and Mega. You still have to, even with a lead, it feels like they have to respect this Fnatic team fight. The Egg plus Winter's Curse to protect it. It doesn't really feel like they've got a good solution to it unless Lifesteal is able to rage and kill the Egg, which is a big if, because he's likely just going to be the one game Winter's Curse.
Yep, for sure. They have to kill the supports first. The issue on Fnatic is that I don't feel like they really protect their supports with their heroes. The Slara stun is only like 1 second, and the X doesn't have a dagger. If Omega jump Phoenix and Wyvern, they're dead. So it's fairly hard for Fnatic to take a fight as long as Omega has vision. All they need is a good ward.
Are you surprised by Storm opting to go for kind of a tankier, greedier build, the Cayenne Sand, not going for the Orchid early?
Not really, because his team has a lot of disables, right? And the DK also opted for a first item dagger. The DK actually didn't buy the hood, so he had a super early dagger. So when you see that as a Storm, you feel like, actually I don't really need to be the one, you know, solo killing people anymore. You can kind of just follow up on fights, or you can like stand in lanes and farm, and you don't feel that scared because you have this status resistance.
Yeah, it feels like he's, you know, seeing a 1800 HP Storm is quite a lot for like this stage of the game. Lina Shanks is gonna tank the smoke king here. Just alone farming enemy jungle, and Fnatic going for a clearing mission. He thought he had the ward to protect himself, but smoke stole right through it, but not a very important kill for Fnatic, it feels like.
I feel like this game is like kind of similar to last game, but the crux is really whether this X can be as potent as a Medusa.
Exactly, like, that's a big but. There's no Medusa, but there's no Medusa.
Like if we look at the heat map of this game, right, I'm sure Fnatic has been together so much. Look at, they are always together. Like they are trying to play so disciplined, and meanwhile Omega is like they just walk around alone and try to get pick-offs themselves. It really resembles last game, I think.
Alright. Well, Omega may find themselves being ran up by Fnatic. Fnatic made the play towards the bottom lane and are smoking back towards their vision. They see all of this. They're looking to get the jump here. What are they going to find here? Blink Crush coming in from the Slaughter to start things off, but he gets hit by a Dragon Tail. The follow-up not quite there immediately, but there's the call coming in from the Axe. The Egg right on top of it. Can they protect it? They're going to need a Winter's Curse. It comes with too late. They've already lost the Egg, and without that, I don't know if Fnatic can take this fight. Here comes the Storm zipping in, looking for the support. He wants jabs. Raven on the backlines gets the DK with the Culling Blade. Storm, Mac trying to finish off jabs. It looks like he will succeed, but he's out of money here. He's going to be careful. The Slaughter on top of him, but luckily he's got backup now. Tino rocks up, and there is no answer to this tanky Lifestealer. Won't be able to bring down the Slaughter. Raven goes in with a Blink Call. The Leshrac with the Split Earth setup. Oh, a perfect setup from Fnatic. Tron may be out of mana, but he just hit the Split Earth of his life. The bash is on Tino. Tino just trying to turn and fight. His life stealing isn't enough. Raven gets him with the call. Surely he's going down. Dunked for the exclamation mark. And Fnatic clean up. It looked like a lost fight.
How does Fnatic get these fights?
I have no idea.
It always looks like they're not supposed to be able to fight, and somehow they turn the fight.
That fight looked, I mean, the egg, the way the team fight started felt like a disaster. They didn't protect the Supernova. They were getting chased down, but...
And now they just got a rush.
Yeah. Found the perfect time to re-engage and completely caught Omega by surprise.
People that didn't watch this game are probably like, oh, 2-0 Fnatic. I would have expected that, but these two games, it's not so simple.
It feels like it could just as easily have been a 2-0 the other way with both how close and competitive both games have been, and the fact that Omega are the ones twice in a row getting off to a hot start. Even with this Aegis though, it still feels like Omega, like that was a big slip up. That was not according to plan, but it doesn't feel like last game where I was like, oh, they just lost a fight and they're against Medusa. It still feels like this is an even game.
That was a two-man stun by the Lash onto two core heroes into a call, into a Slada stun, into Slada having a bash against the Lifestealer TP. Yep. It was everything lining up for Fnatic, honestly. Well, except the curse and the egg, of course. That wasn't so pretty.
I mean, we were highlighting the importance of these supports, and Fnatic just say, well, you know, it's more about, you know, these stuns. The Leshrac with the crazy Split Earth into the stun combo is going to be what can win it for them. Even with all the status resist, Lifestealer with a Sanj as well as a Band Brace for some extra magic resistance, it just wasn't enough for him. Disconnect coming in. Whew. We get a chance to breathe. All right, this series, you know, I looked at today's series and I was like, every series looks great. I mean, as we've seen both 3-game series so far, but I wouldn't have highlighted this one as like the one to look at as potentially the best of 3 for today. But so far, it is the Dota we're getting. It feels like this has been the best series today.
Yeah, I cast today for the first time. I was like, okay, this series should be pretty simple. I'll just be a Death fanboy for 20 minutes. The game will end. And, you know, but the games are amounting to this super close 50-50 that I honestly feel like Omega are playing so much, not so much better maybe, but Omega are playing quite well. And Fnatic, both games, their early game has been kind of you know, kind of rough.
Yeah.
But somehow they just find a way.
Yeah. I was going to say they look like this confident team that, you know, you can see the really potential there for them to make a big breakthrough if they can just make those better team decisions in the mid game.
Yep. I guess people call it experience. Maybe they need more experience.
Yeah, outside of what Sam H, it is a pretty inexperienced team with limited LAN experience.
Yep. I think the roster used to depend on Boomy a lot. Before Boomy went to TNC, he was Phosphor and also the captain and drafter of this Omega team for a long time. So I think when they lost Boomy, it was quite rough on them. But, you know, doing a lot better than everyone expects.
Yeah. Perhaps they just needed that time to learn and adapt and grow from the two players departing to TNC, and we're seeing new, fully leveled up Omega here in the qualifiers. Obviously, this is the time. If you want to play your best Dota, TI qualifiers is always the best time to do that. $40 million and counting up for grabs.
I think $40 million is quite a lot. I'm not sure.
So that'll change your life.
I'm not sure.
You know, at some point the numbers just seem so big. I'm just like, yeah, oh, okay. Yeah. That's solid.
Fnatic
No answers to
think
Fnatic right now, yeah.
aggressive if they just.
Axe just going from bot tier 1 to mid tier 1. Sends out the Manta Illusions, but CML is there ready for them. X1, Mandra in the other. Will happily take the 100 gold. And bottom tier 2 now, the objective. As with this, they could consider trying to get both outposts. Not necessarily their goal, but they have to get the tower first.
So I talked about it during the draft, but I feel like this Wyvern is just too much of an issue. Even though you have a Storm. Like, never mind.
Best. Jump coming, wrap around from behind. Sammy today with the Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight. Finds the Blink Dragon Tail, pop out comes onto Schwein. He does not have any. Oh, he does have the save! The heal! The Cold Embrace! The Sun Ray! He's healing so freaking much! He's almost full health already! Oh, they lost the lean and the Wyvern does go down, but they can't deal with Schwein, who just lifestealed so much with the Cayenne San. They turn around, get the dunk on the DK, the egg comes out, they want back. He's a bit low on mana, but he will get back to safety instead. It's CML on the line. That's a dieback. He died, TP'd in, insta-died.
That heal was almost too late, my friend. Oh my god. He went from 5% HP to 95% HP. Two heal.
I was kind of clicking the left when they went him. I was about to say like, oh, jumped in, live steal. They want BJ on the Phoenix. It looks like they're going to get him. Death on the Slaughter, trying to counterplay this, but he needs backup and back up a little bit far away. I was wondering, I was like thinking, no way Lesh survives this. Doesn't have a BKB, but what he has is this Ghost Shroud giving him spell lifesteal, Kaya and Sand amping up and giving him spell amp as well as extra lifesteal amp and HP regen. And combine that with the heals from the Wyvern plus Phoenix, he just doesn't die.
That was a really good understanding by Fnatic to place their Lash in a position to break the smoke because they know that the Lash is a juicy target. You know, if they put the X there, Omega's not gonna jump the X. They're not even gonna jump a Slaughter, I think. But the Lash is yummy.
And they almost had him. It was very close.
They almost had him. That was too close for comfort, I think.
Yeah, every little bit. They had the full Holy Locket charges as well. I think it was 20 charges on that, so fine with the amplified healing on the Holy Locket. Yeah, what do you do? Game 1 they had the Ice Blast, so we didn't see these kind of healing supports with the AA in play, but this game, Mega's going to be wishing they had something to counteract these heals.
I feel like Omega needs to push out the waves, prepare an ops and a smoke, and smoke up, put an ops and look for the support. Because if you're not killing the supports, you're not gonna kill any of the cores.
And this, yeah, it is a Wyvern who doesn't have that kind of Aeon Disc type item or even a Glimmer Cape, so if they can jump the Wyvern, it is a potential kill. DJ has a Glimmer Cape for some save, and Jabs is fairly tanky, but... And also, Spider Legs, very annoying item, so... I like that they gave the Spider Legs to Wyvern to help keep him alive.
Yeah. Both of them are on the way to Aeon Disc, and when both of them get Aeon Disc, I feel like this game is really gonna be tough for Omega.
Yeah. That's where, yeah, you mentioned jumping to support's the name of the game, and how do you do that against Aeon Disc?
And you already know these two players are gonna like hold the lock, you know, hold the lock, unlock combining thing on the lock and not finish the item. You already know DJ and Jabs are gonna do that and outplay you.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to SEA supports, these two guys have made a big name for themselves for, especially their individual plays and mechanics. Now, often those, you know, top 10, top 20 leaderboards players, so mechanically very, very sound.
And it's not just, oh, you're going.
Yep, coming in, it's another Infest play. They find once again the Leshrac, but they quickly realize maybe we can't deal with him, but the Blink Hole from Raven catches out too. They've got to run the hell away from this one. The egg at the top, Shanks trying to finish it off. Can the Lina do enough right clicks? Does get it. Lina isolated and takes out the egg, and now Mac in trouble, does not have the mana to get away. Max gets the Culling Blade kill, and then chasing, they want more. They get the Battle Hunger slow onto Shanks' Lina, but instead it's lifesteal. It's Tino they're considering going on, but even with the Corrosive Haze, they don't want to overcommit. They say, you know, back off, hold the lanes, get the tier 2 tower, maybe get this outpost, or they've already got the outpost and wait for Rogue.
This situation is really reminding me of TI where Kuroki was, we were talking about Jerax's Pokna, right? And they're like, we need to find this Pokna. We need to find him, if not we can't kill them. And then they're like, I can't find this Pokna. I feel like that's what Omega's feeling right now. They know that they have to jump this Wyvern. They know they have to jump the Phoenix. But the players are good, you know? They don't just get caught.
Yeah. Jabs is playing like a star. I mean, he's 1-3-6, but it's really everything else he's doing that doesn't show up on the scoreboard. Even just small things. He's got the Philosopher's Stone, and he's toggling between that and the Spy Legs. You know, okay, we're farming, we're not fighting. Philosopher's Stone, get my A on this. That's a game-changing item. The second they're smoking or making a play, he's swapping back to the Spider Legs.
Actually, I have a next level analysis of why this Fnatic are winning. Are you ready for it?
Oh, let's hear it.
Jab spot a second fluffy hat.
Ooh.
He has 2.
That was the magic. That was when things changed.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought he was gonna have to go back to the VODs to, you know, learn that one, but he's there. You knew.
So somebody, he's listening to my tips. Somebody report this guy. He's watching the stream.
Check the viewer list. Blink, crush. They've caught 2. Follow up, blink, call. Perfect initiation from Fnatic. They're gonna take out the Lion. They don't have the lockdown from Mac. The status resist is helping him out there. Just a Lion kill. No Roche for 30 seconds too. So. Is enough time for Omega to perhaps contest this one. The Storm has a gem, luckily didn't die, can heal up, and they can make their way towards this Roshan pit.
There is a really sick ward by Omega though, if you look at the Dire jungle.
Yeah.
That ward might just be the turning point if Omega win this game.
Yeah, Radiant Sentry's trying to deward that entire Dire jungle, but they've even checked the obvious cliff spot. Oh, from that. They found the Wyvern. They can't actually bring it down, but the Storm got caught by the stuns. Does get away from the Slaughter. Death doing a good job to try and deal with Mac, but Mac is just dying. He's trying to use all his mana to turn this fight. He's actually going to live his way through this one. Tino in the front lines. He's the one in trouble. Gets caught by his Split Earth. Is there any say? He gets the advance. He's still alive. The Winter's Curse onto the DK, but that's going to do absolutely nothing. If anything, this is just helping the lifestealer buy time to heal up inside the DK. And Fnatic, they don't have their Winter's Curse. This could just be Roshan for Omega. You mentioned the ward. It helped at least give them some info to set things up. And
yep, definitely. I think it's gonna be kind of risky for them to go for Rosh now because, like I said, they don't really have that good of a Rosh lineup. They don't have Deso, they don't have minus armor. It's not gonna be that fast. But Raven is still posturing though.
They were so close to bringing that lifesteal. They were a little split. It felt like at first they were going for Mac, who had 0 mana, but then they realized, wait, lifesteal's alone, let's go for him. And he infested on like 50 health, it felt like.
Yep. Oh, Raven and FR.
What's the play here? They see things. This ward here, and you know, Tino's going to expect some kind of vision in the area. Dire has not had a proper chance to go in and deward everything yet.
Yep, someone has to deal with bottom lane though.
Fnatic, no, this Observer ward. This is where they have a big edge. They see Tino, but I think they're expecting him to be bad. I mean, it's a 3.5 HP lifesteal. They know they're just not bringing him down.
Yeah, Fnatic don't have the best burst, but they depend a lot on chain stun, and the lifestealer is just a bad idea to go for, I think. Oh, both teams smoke at the same time.
Oh, it's Roche time. Both teams know they can't just go into Roche. They've got to find a pick off first. Who's going to find who? Mac in the mid lane. His smoke gets popped. He doesn't get the zip off. He gets caught by the call. Is the chain stun going to be there? Death is there. Mac goes down the Split Earth. The chain stun was perfect. And now they're in full retreat on the Omega side. Sam H on the high ground with an Axe Scepter is not going to lead to a whole lot. It looks like full-on retreat, 70 seconds out of the Storm, and Fnatic want another pick-off if they can get it. They catch Sam H with a stun, but they also know if they want it, they can just fall back and take a Roche here. Almost buyback though, he just got the gold for it. He's going to use it now with the Dragon Form still up. Omega, they want to fight. Chase is on, Storm zips from afar with the Shiva Sky. He's found the Wyvern, jabs. He's being caught, hasn't got the Aeon, just he gets the self-caught and brace off. Mac gets him with the pull. He's silenced up, they can't save Schwan. There's the Winter's Curse. It comes out on a Storm. It's going to catch the lifesteal in itself, pulling him in. The egg in the pit as well. They can't deal with the egg. Sam H, he's going to initially go for it, but realizes quickly he can't. Full on retreat, they've lost Storm. It's a dieback, and Tino has no rage. He's going to be careful, he's going to find a way out. Lion fights back as well. Tino's just trying to hold his ground and fight. They can't kill anyone. The heals are too much. Jabs is on the front lines in a cold embrace, and he just is unfreaking killable. Is CML going to finally bring him down? Throws out the fingertip. They're sick of this Wyvern. They'll kill him, but he's got a buyback, and they lost Storm to a dieback. That is just disastrous for Omega, it feels like.
Yep, Fnatic are just gonna walk into Roche the moment their Wyvern is up and just take it. They're gonna get the cheese, they're gonna get the Agami shot. This Wyvern, man. This Wyvern is too much of an issue. He does not die. These fluffy hats, dude. This vitality booster.
Even the casual cloak. Like, 50% magic resist. That's value item for that slot.
Not sure how Omega can deal with this Wyvern. Like, on paper they are supposed to be able to kill him, and they are getting the jumps, but he's not dying.
Storm alone can't do it. It feels like they need the Storm. They're doing the lifesteal and Infest bombs and the DK, but it feels like they almost need like DK to just jump in, blink stun someone without an Infest and have Storm lifesteal to get the Wyvern, because Storm alone doesn't have the damage.
I feel like Jabs is doing a really good job of staying near the X, so that in the case where they jump with the Infest bomb on the Storm, right, the X can just blink call 2 cores and you just win the fight straight up. So I think it's like Fnatic really understanding how their fight system works, and that is why it's so hard for Omega to kill the support.
Yeah, we have seen Raven play these team fights so well. He was the one who initially got the he's got the setup on the Storm pretty much every single time, and then it's, you know, the chain stun. Death gets the crush, and they don't stack the stuns. Like if they stack the Split Earth with the Slaughter Crush there, I don't think they kill Storm, but they changed it perfectly. And
Fnatic just looks like they fight so well around each other. They are always together. They are always covering each other. It's so hard. It's so hard to break them, to break the line of the fight.
Well, now they're playing on the back. I mean, if they can drag this, are there any kind of power spikes as we kind of head more towards the late game that Omega's looking for, item-wise or level-wise, that you can kind of see?
I think the Lifestealer definitely can scale more than the X. When the Lifestealer starts to, maybe he buys 1 damage item, like a 6 item Daedalus or something. That's where he really starts to do a lot of damage. Because right now, all he has is Guardi, AC and Armlet. He doesn't have that one big burst damage item, and they really look like they lack damage sometimes. Even a Wyvern.
Max thought about going on the lifesteal there. This Bloodthorn could be a little problematic. That feels like an item that may catch lifesteal by surprise. The 16% evasion from his talent can kind of be negated, and could cause some problems.
Yeah, that's a super interesting item choice.
Wow. Had the AC queued up earlier, but changed his mind. And
I think it's a really good. It's really smart because he knows that if he gets a cheap call on a Lion or a Lina, he can just solo kill them with this build.
They have former teammates Raven and Sam H tipping each other. Not even sure if anything prompted that. I feel that to me says, you know, Raven's feeling pretty confident about where this game is going if he's just starting. That's the first tip we've seen all game.
Oh, there were 2 tips in the pause. Death and I forgot one other Fnatic member. They tipped Ravens for some reason. Maybe Raven made a joke or something.
The enemies tipping one another here, as you can see a very change in the way. This is feels like the most passive we've seen Omega play in this entire best of 3 so far. They're the ones for the first time kind of in split push, avoid fights kind of mode. Like they don't want anything to do with Fnatic, and I guess are they just waiting for this Aegis to expire now?
Yeah, I mean definitely. I don't think they can fight into this Aegis, but I'm not sure. When I watch Omega play, it really feels like when the game after 30 minutes, they really seem like they lack that one solid shot caller that knows what needs to happen in the game, and they just kind of individually walk around the map based on where they want to go individually.
I have an idea of where he is. He gets caught by the crush. Follow up from Raven, not going to find him. Some zip TP, and Raven had used his blink already. That was cutting it close. Well played by the Storm now. Now they find BJ here in the mid lane. Pops a Ghost Scepter, still has an Aeon Disc as well. Lifestealer gets pulled in by the taunt here. The follow-up is there where they've got the Bloodthorn. He's silenced up. He will not survive through it. Did not get a chance to infest his way out of there, and
The Bloodthorn.
Omega. Yeah, Bloodthorn. What an item pickup from Raven. We saw the damage it gave them there, and it's already back up. Very low cooldown item. They're going with the Blink Crush on the Dragon Knight. Can they bring him down now? Forces out of BKB. Now with the Blink Hole Raven. Once Sam H, whose BKB is going to be wearing off soon. He's going to be a little bit careful. This Dragon Knight is slowing him down. Storm buyback with the Zip, the Shivers. Gets a lot of damage up, but he's low in mind. I cannot afford to die here. Maximum silence up and gets caught by the Winter's Curse. The lean is hitting him. Lifesteal is great. Is about to wear off. He goes for the Infest save. Great play with the Infest. And they take out the Leshrac once. Can they get a second kill here? They get the stun onto Raven. They want the Axe. This is a good fight so far for Omega. Great use of the buyback. The egg coming in, but it's really far away. Just fully defensive here. Have they got the right clicks to kill? It's going to be close. DJ gets the 3-man stun off and will go for a dive TP out. Didn't save anyone, but didn't lose his own life.
Train bot back. That is odd. The Lash bot back and they couldn't even fight?
Ah. Bit of a panic play, perhaps.
Maybe. But that was really good by Omega.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I guess, the high ground. Yeah, Lifestealer, as well as, was it the Storm as well? No, yeah, sorry, not Storm. The Lifestealer buyback and the Storm just called in from afar from the fountain.
Yep. It was really important that the Lifestealer raged there and he didn't get caught by the curse. If not, that would have been game, I think. And
right when his rage was about to wear off, he infested. That was so well timed. Very close.
Careful guys, X has buyback.
Yeah, this feels risky, but at the same time it feels like Omega, you know, when they've sat back, things have not gone according to plan. And they know Supernova's on cooldown. Winter's Curse about to come back up though.
Also, I think they're gonna think back here.
Yeah. What a great item for Wyvern to have. He's got a ninja gear, so that's gonna make him even harder to find.
Yeah, this Wyvern's just getting everything, man. Philosopher's Stone, the ninja gear, the spider legs. Balance. That actually went for a nullifier on the Slada. Kind of interesting.
Okay.
They don't. Omega don't have any Aeon this. They don't have any Ghost as well. I guess he's just comboing with the Axe, maybe? Yeah, maybe.
Has been killed.
Courier scouting. I'm not sure what Lifesteal was up to there. But we'll feed away some gold. See what the next big play is going to be. Roshan potentially up in 70 seconds.
Omega actually hit a power spike again because Storm got his level 25. He has the overload attack bounce. That can like really kill these supports really fast. But yeah, Aeon this. So, first they need to deal with the Aeon. And they kill this.
As a regen rune, and Omega, it looks like just waiting for that next item or two. Lifesteal not 25 yet himself, but not
the Storm has Aga.
Particularly close. Okay.
He has the blue hole. Somebody told me that. But
the blue hole.
Yeah, the blue hole.
Like it? The black hole. The Coddle has the white hole, and then we got the blue hole.
Yep. Oh,
they're
going for the game-winning play.
Yeah, they're not waiting around. I like this confidence though. They're not looking like a team on the brink of being knocked down the lower bracket. They jump in. They go on the Phoenix here. He has to get help kept alive by the Cold Embrace here. The follow-up damage isn't going to be there. They stun him as the Cold Embrace ends. DJ getting low, gets the egg off here. Meanwhile, there is going to be a perfect Raven initiation with the Blink Hole here. They get the stun. Tino being chainsawn here. Tino in trouble. The chainsawn once again dealing with the lifesteal, and he's dead for 2 minutes. I don't think they've got any more answers left. Lion dead for a minute. Sammate's going for a TP out. Is he going to get cancelled? Perfect timing on the split earth. Schwan is there with it. He tries to get out with the Dragon Tail. Can he run his way over a cliff? He blinks away. DK may actually live his way through this one. Omega, no life steal for 100 seconds, but it does seem like Fnatic may eye off Roche. And also, it's Storm. Storm can just clear these waves.
Top lane. They're chasing.
Sammate. He's got
the Black Bird.
Storm needs to get this creep wave. Perfectly placed Zip. No creeps top. Creep wave mid a little bit far away. And bottom lane, Shanks to support Lina. Making moves.
Yep, he has buyback. Just trying to make space at this point.
Yep.
Because Fnatic know the lifesteal bot back.
Going for the tactical feed. They're ignoring him, so he's ignoring him. Get a chance. Yeah. And Storm, oh, he didn't get a couple creeps in it, so creep wave is going to enter, which means no more backdoor protection. Leshrac a bit low on mana, but does have a cheese. They go for the throne. What's the play here? Bottom lane, Lina. Just being pushed back. DJ. Let's get called there. Now the blink hole here. And Lina, well, that seems like an okay death. That seemed very tactical, where it's like, we need to defend our base. Let's just do whatever we can. And then they're going to try to force a fight. Mac is out of mana. He's a crazy man. But he also knows Fnatic do not have numbers.
Oh, that was too much for me.
One of these games where, you know, we're casting it and it feels stressful.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
I can only imagine what these players are feeling.
Well, at least they dragged the game off. They only lost 1 Rex or like 1 initiation on the Phoenix, which was commendable, but there was it was quite a low success, like chance of success to jump on the Phoenix there and win it. I think
We're about to get an accepted. Who's it going to be? Slaughter gets the
Nice.
puddle.
Give Death Sama the money.
Well, we kind of talked about in the lane stage, you know, Death is getting the chance to have a big game and really show off. It didn't really turn out that way, though.
It did not.
He's
It
played
really
solid.
did not.
And well, speaking of Death Sama, gets found here. They find the Wyvern too. He gets the Cold Embrace off the egg further away as well. And with the Witcher's Curse, the chain stun from the Crushes there as well. Xuan gets another stun as well. Tino in some trouble. Can he get out of this one? I don't think so. He's going to try turn and fight, but he's dead once again for 90. And this time, well, once again, they get the Lion with him. So, a bit of deja vu. This Lifestealer is just struggling to keep himself alive in these fights. Having
And if
no
you-
save for the silence.
Yeah, and if you look at the net worth, the Lifestealer is so poor. He actually does so little damage at this point. It hasn't had an item progression in like the past 15 minutes or something. It's like they had a ward there, which was why they went onto Fnatic, but I almost feel like maybe if Omega just chilled a little bit and farmed on their Lifestealer for his next item before they try to take another fight, maybe they have a better chance. And if the Storm has the shard for him, Overload shard, to help the Lifestealer do more damage.
Storm will clear the creeps, but not the seed creeps. Unfortunately, the Bull Lightning not enough to deal with them. The Glyph is going to give some multi-shot action, so that might help delay things. Storm, oh, the Glyph. Going to keep the creeps alive, and Fnatic will get a second lane of Rax here, 30 seconds before Lifestealer is back in. There is no defending this bottom lane. Will Fnatic go for more?
I wonder if there will be one fight this game where Omega are able to kill these goddamn supports. They are so annoying.
Storm just trying to bait some. It feels like they almost just can't, and they just kind of bait spells. But every time they bait spells, they get jumped and bursted. We're going to see it again. PK this time, not the Lifestealer at least, but instant buyback it. It's like they poke to bait out a Cold Embrace, but they just die in the process of doing so. Matt's going to go ball in. He finds the backline, gets DJ, but instant Aeon Disc going to purge it off, and Sam H goes in the backlines on a Death Slardar, but not sure this is going to amount to a whole lot here, as Fnatic just kind of disengaging, using the Edict to push the base here. They've lost their line, who will instantly buy back, but now they've got to worry about these support ultimates. Storm looking for the support at the top here. He's going to find the Phoenix, but the Witcher's Curse is there, and DJ Cold Embrace up once again. It's the supports just healing one another. Phoenix sunring himself up to the top of the map. He's Glimmer Caped as well. He's just unkillable. Instead, it's the Leshrac who they do bring down. The supports are preoccupied, so they kill one of the cores, but he's got a second life. Swan with the Aegis, he's going to turn it around. Death with a nice blink, 2-hero crush. He's got the funnel as well to sit on top of, and there's just no damage to deal with Fnatic. Tino, he's trying to lifesteal his way through this one. He'll get Death, but that's all he's going to get, it looks like. No, perhaps Raven. Raven getting low, Swan getting low as well. Omega, they are potentially doing this. They're going to get Raven. They've killed off 2. Can they get any more? Flying over the trees is the DK, the Storm. He wants Jab. Jab, he cancels his TP. Oh no. They don't realize Jab's canceled his TP, but I don't think anybody realizes he's up here. Finally, I don't know, how did that fight go differently to the others? Because it looked kind of the same in so many ways, but Omega win it despite Leshrac having an Aegis.
Yeah, I think the fight started well for Omega in the sense that they used a jump onto the Phoenix and the Wyvern healed him, but the Wyvern wasted a curse because the Wyvern cursed the Lifestealer straight away, and it was quite short because of the Sage, and they didn't really do anything with the curse, and the egg was also kind of far from the Leshrac and the axe. So they kind of split up the fight, Omega, and the Lifestealer just survived on like 10% HP throughout that fight while he was man fighting the axe. Like, it was really, really close.
Every little bit of life still counting there, and he also swapped. He had the Paladin sword going early. Now he's gone back for the Titan Sliver, so looking for that extra bit of status resist. And I think we keep seeing how much he gets chain stun, so I like this decision.
He's queuing up. He's buying a Satanic. I think this is gonna help him a lot in turning a fight. because he has always been like targeted in the fight. Now if he has the option of using Infest and then popping up straight away and turning on his Satanic and Rage, he can just...
Going for the Rax mid lane, they're going to perhaps not fully equalize the Rax stats, but getting just one Rax here will help them out a little. They're looking for bottom as well. They're going to get 2 lanes of Rax here, or at least 2 melee Raxes, which is the big one. And they back off. Fnatic using the Illusionist cape to just send out flying Black Dragons. And Omega, I thought everything had been pointing towards they lost their early game advantage and every single fight Fnatic was winning, but suddenly to say this game looking a whole lot more even. One here I want to draw attention to. We have not talked about Shanks this entire game. This Lina has Ags, Octarine, level 25. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened.
Yeah, he's gonna be really effective at dealing with this Leshrac in the fights. When this Leshrac is half HP and he's feeling good about life stealing back his HP,
Yeah.
Lina is like, Zap, you dead.
Lina's about to be like, zap, zap, you dead.
Zap, zap.
Refresher coming. Now the third if you want to add CML in there as well, so... and Storm is going to be like Zip Zap, so it's all coming together. That's been the strat from the start, the Zip Zaps.
The Zip Zap strat.
Crush, just banging out some spell. Pops the BKB, not sure if that was the plan. He's still got the Minotaur Horn to pull back on as well. Storm goes in, looking for the blink thing, but he gets chain stun. Storm has buyback, but I don't know about that one. Now with this curse, it's going to deal with the Lion as well. The Lifestealer just killing his buddy and no buyback. Big flub from Omega there.
Okay guys, reset. Wait for Lion. We can win next fight.
That could give away Roche. No, a minute and a half. We're good. If you're Omega, you're like, okay, there's no Roche. Who's good? Defend high ground. We've got Storm, who can clear waves as long as he doesn't die without buyback. Buyback status, obviously the very important thing at this stage of the game.
As long as Fnatic's supports don't be too trigger happy with their ultis, I think it's still gonna be really hard for Omega to win a fight. Yeah. Like the only reason Omega managed to win the top fight there was because the egg and the curse were kind of a little bit wasted, I think.
Just feel like hold that thought. Fnatic thinking about poking the high ground. Just a dead Lion, but they also know there is no buyback on Storm. Now the blink stun, initiation from Dragon Knight. Storm going to jump in, they want Chuan. Is the damage there? He's still surviving, he's still life stealing. Now the Cold Embrace comes into play as well. The magic damage is just not enough. He's got an Aeon Disproc as well. He popped it out from his backpack, he assembled it. Lifestealer, dead with buyback. Maybe forced to use it, we'll have to wait and see. Will they go high ground? They may just want to look to clear out some of these creeps. MH.
Chuan. He went high ground, he backpacked his Aeon Disc because it's like, I don't want to waste it. He almost dies.
Yeah.
And he's taking it out, it takes 6 seconds, and he's like calling for jabs. Heal me!
He's just baiting us. Baiting Omega as well. And now he's going to go in looking for the Mega Creeps. The Edict doing a lot of damage fast, but the Illusion doing a good job taking some of this. Now they ball in, they look for the grab on jabs, but the Cold Embrace once again there. The heals are just so much, and they do not want to buy back on the lifesteal. They're trying to hold on to it. Or at least trying to wait for a good initiation.
I want to point out how good Fnatic's positioning in the fights has been. Like, Tom got Aga, but have you seen him pull 3 heroes yet? No.
Not one.
Fnatic.
They're going to just chuck out Laguna, they chuck out Finger. Chuan just tanked a double ulti. Laguna's back in 10 seconds though. Shanks is out of mana though. They ball in on the backline here. The DK with the buyback on the life steal. They're trying to burst down anybody. The Winter's Curse is there, but he got the Rage of Pino not hitting his buddy. It was the Winter's Curse. It was on a Dragon, that Illusion as Storm. He's silenced up. He needs to get out. Great force start to keep him back, getting back to safety here. Egg, Supernova, they're trying to kill the Egg. Have they got the right click? It's going to be close. He gets it off just in time. 1 or 2 more right clicks would have sealed the deal. Omega's still looking okay for now. They're still healthy, but they need to get this Axe. The Axe cut alive by the Cold Embrace. The DK getting low. Sam 8, he's trying to get the hell out of here. He does go down without buyback for 2 minutes here, but they may have Raven's Axe. He's got an E-Blade to keep alive. The Impale is there. He's going to buy back immediately. Leshrac dead without buyback.
Oh, the
CML gets out of there. I think he fingered a creep in the Chaos Heroes. Jabs is the new target for Tino. Cold Embrace is going to stop a whole lot from coming out, but the Impale is there waiting for Jabs as the Cold Embrace wears off. Can Tino finish him off? It looks like the answer is going to be yes, as Omega hold their high ground, win a fight, and they're only down 4k gold.
Oh my god. I think Radiant faulted the creep. I think Raven faulted the creep as he traveled in because he bought back. And the Lion fingered the creep. He wanted to kill the creep. That didn't die. Oh my god.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he did not finger a hero there, but that is just next level plays all over. Dude, there's too much happening where that feels like a fight you gotta watch back at like 25% speed. Here come Omega. Raven, careful. Thinks away, leaves the illusions behind. Omega feeling like they're in a good position here. Lina, Refresher could be on the way, but wants that buyback as well. Buyback. Why we're going to buyback. Look to contest this Roshan. It's a 4v4 without Leshrac. Leshrac's been so key. They smoke up on the side of Fnatic. Blink Crush potential initiation. Guessing the front lines here. Looks for the Blink Crush. He's going to miss it. They're going on the act. Can they bring him down? The curse only on Tino. Great positioning from Omega this time. As Raven pops a Ghost Scepter here, but this Tino, they've lost Winter's Curse, and he's getting zapped himself. Raven just getting hit by all the Overload proc charges. Kept alive by the Cold Embrace once again, but that means Jabs could be exposed. They go back on Raven as the Cold Embrace wears off. They've got a Bloodthorn of their own. Raven dead without buyback. Oh boy.
Omega!
Are they doing it?
I think
They're going to get Roche.
They're gonna get Aga? Who's gonna get Aga? Lion? Lifestealer?
Right? Lifestealer even?
Lifestealer was pretty legit, I think.
Okay.
you can like infest the enemy hero and you can attack them in the infest.
Oh, your range is down. It's the Lion.
Let's see who gets
What's it gonna be? Oh, Storm's holding it. Storm gonna
sell his? No. Please give me.
No. But they
Mac,
giving?
please.
The DK's got it. It's either Lion or Storm.
Oh my god, poor Lion, man. Poor Lion.
Yeah, Storm's like, I gotta rock the double axe.
he was walking side by side with him outside the rush pit.
He's selling it. Oh, you hate to see it.
Well,
You're a support player, I know. You're just like, oh man. He's doing it so Lion, you know, you don't want to give him too high a net worth, otherwise his buyback cost goes up.
True.
It's
5D.
tactical.
That's 5D chess right there.
It's like, I'm doing this for you, Lion, bro. Yeah, no axe. They're gonna get the Rage Rex. Are they going for the base here? Leshrac with his shard just split everything away. Storm is not here for the time being. Tino needs to be careful. He's getting very low. Does have Satanic, so he's gonna be looking for something to lifesteal off. MH with the Dragon is just trying to bring down these buildings. The Dagon is just taking out the Illusion. The Illusion is being dealt with by a very clever Dagon pickup from Death. I'm liking what I see.
Wow, that's Sama.
Well, I can't praise him too much. You're gonna give him a big ego. You can praise him, but I can't as well. We're gonna keep it down.
Really smart though, because I've actually felt it. I watched the fight and I see what this DK is doing at the back of the fights. The DK is so annoying. He's constantly like playing on the terrain, so it's super hard to kill him. Like, this Dagon is really smart.
Look at like the Lifestealer and DK. They're both like absurdly tanky. 5k plus health on DK. Lifestealer almost 5k health with his armlet turned on.
Yep.
And something big coming up. It's good old neutral items. Tier 5 neutral. Some of these heroes, I'm looking at Omega. Lina does not have a neutral item. There's just been nothing worth carrying for Lina. Has an Essence Ring to go with a Philosopher's Stone. This has not been a very good game when it comes to neutral items. So he's hoping for something big to come with these tier 5 neutrals.
Yep. Maybe he could get the Stormcrafter that no one is using. The eel. Maybe he just thinks the gold is more valuable for him to get the refresher maybe.
Yeah, he's been holding on to buyback, it feels like, constantly. He's got refresher for a double Lagoon in this upcoming fight. Have a refresher shot on this Storm as well, so looking at potentially double Electric Vortex, double Shivas for all kinds of AoE damage, and they're not waiting for 60-minute items. They want to go high ground now, try and get those mega creeps, but they're also playing this very cautiously, knowing that even with an Aegis, we've seen how quickly this lifesteal can be burst out.
Yep, but Fnatic, like, I think right now, like, if Fnatic were to try to fight outside their base, like, all they can do right now during the Aegis time is camp in their base. If they try to go out, I feel like it's gonna be pretty hard for them to fight, because their damage, it feels very single target. Like, they only can really like kill one guy, and even then, they don't have that much damage anymore at 60 minutes. Yeah, heroes are not scaling as well as Omega heroes are. Well, I'm pretty surprised that the Lina is not getting didn't get the shard though. The shard makes his Laguna Blade AoE.
And even, yeah, the cast range is really nice too. That is, yeah, maybe. I don't think he's probably played this Lina support and been this farm before.
Because they've been losing a lot. Their best performance so far.
No, because you don't get this farmed on you don't have 60-minute games, I guess, usually. Not every day. Here we go, neutralize. What do we got? Ballista on the Dire. That's a Lina item, maybe? I don't know.
He's like, I want to hold my stone, guys.
What are we looking at? Lina is going to take this Seer Stone. I'm pausing to think of what we got. DK Ballista. Oh, DK Ballista sounds pretty good, actually.
Oh yeah, that is really, really good. I've not seen that one before.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Force Boots on Lifestealer, so he can go bootsless, I'm guessing, is the plan. I just don't want these teams to fight for a minute so we can just look at all these neutral items and figure out what we're going to get.
Alright, let me look at Fnatic's. It says 0 out of 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, Fnatic is stuck in there. That could become a problem. You know, one team stuck in their base. Having 4 tier 5 neutral items against 0 could make a big difference.
Here is where you pass the ninja gear to DJ because he's the one with buyback. You let DJ go out and farm the neutral item.
The other big thing with these Force Boots is it will dispel the Blood Bowl.
Oh really? Dispels?
Apparently, that's what the tooltip says. I do not know, but tooltips in Dota are usually correct. I'm going to trust it. Apparently it dispels. I didn't know either. I love how nobody knows what tier 5 neutral items do. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yep.
I mean, fall in. Mac. They're just kind of toying. I mean, they want the Mega Creeps is definitely not GG here, but they want to go for it and they want to fight while they have these. PK with a Ballista is just sieging Hydra. This is great. He's like, okay, my illusion's useless against Dagon. Let's go Ballista.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm a plus 5 player. Kill 5 items. I've never sniffed them before.
Yeah. You don't get that parry many.
Yeah.
Dive in from the Phoenix, gets away with the A on disc help. They've gone in on the backlines. Okay, they got the Storm, and they're going to force him to instantly buy back here. At the same time, you've got the Storm, but I think you're still going to be a little bit careful about how you approach this one. They want the Mega Creeps here, but they've got to be careful. They can't afford to, feed too much for this. They're going to glyph the melee racks here. Lion gets caught by a split Earth Stun. Needs to be careful. CML very far forward, flying on the side. Jabs, he's invis up. He was looking for a Winter's Curse. He's not going to find it. Ooh, that was close. He was trying to sneak in from the side, I believe with the Ninja Gear smoke to get a Winter's Curse, but he couldn't find it. Now, they want the melee racks. Lifestealer gets caught to the AoE Finger of Death. They get the racks. They got Mega Creeps in the fight. Now going to unravel. Florida goes on the back lines. Gets CML, but CML, he's still alive on the line. He turns around. He does end up dying here.
Oh,
but
the
back in the main fight. What an item pickup. Has the phase boots now as well, but that's going to be an item he can replace here as they go in. Nice blink call, but it's not going to be another Winter's Curse. It's huge, but the Infest save is there. Raven getting low. Raven just does not have the damage for this one. They kill the Storm though. He's got no buyback. Finger from the side here. Lion doing all kinds of damage. Lean in the back lines as well. Just unleashing nuke after nuke. The 3-man Mana Drain. The Lion backing up everybody here, but the DK getting low. They're going to lose the Dragon. He's got a buyback here, but Tino on the Lifesteal. There's just no answer for this man. The Lifesteal is just too damn freaking tanky with the buybacks. Can they bring him down here? Both teams quitting everything. Here we go. Lifesteal brings down the axe without buyback. DJ has to dive away, and now Schwan, he's going to just TP out, get himself out of there. They found a new target. It's Death on the Slardar. He's cold and braced up. The Wyvern's there, but without a Winter's Curse, there's not a whole lot he can do. Death is probably just going to see his own demise here. Tino, can't get him. Ghost Scepter is there. Death wants to fight. Tino gets the godlike streak. Death is still alive. He finally goes down. Shame for this Lina. He's just been an absolute glass cannon in the backlines, dishing out spell after spell. Schwann's Aeon Disc will keep him alive a bit more. They finally got jabs. This goddamn pesky Wyvern. They still can't bring him. The Cold Embrace is there. Can they kill him? They've got to get jabs, and they'll sure it. No, they won't do it. The Ghost Scepter, E-play jab. He's still living. He's going to blink out. He won't die. Oh no! Why won't he die? He's still Cold Embracing. He's still saving people. Schwan is still alive. How is this happening? Shakes has had enough. He's got a Laguna. He misses the LSA. TP out. Surely not. He does go down. Holy freaking shit. What the hell is going on? Babs is just... This guy looks like a freaking... mid-player out there. Dive in. They go in for the buildings. They've had enough of these heroes that are unkillable. Say, okay, can you Cold Embrace the throne? I don't think so. Good luck healing your throne. As Phoenix dives in the mid too aggressively, gets caught by a Dragon Tail, but once again, it's jabs with like a 2000. The Cold Embrace cast range is just absurd. EJ Hanky on the front lines, Glimmer, KB's got an E-Blade as well. They may just go for the throne. At some point, you're just going to say, stuff it, let's find something else. The Winter's Curse is there. I don't think it's enough. The Sunray from the egg, they want to kill the egg, but they haven't got the damage. They can't right-click it enough. Lina, Yule stuff. Lina in some trouble. This Lina doing so much damage has to become a priority. The Ancient's under attack. They kill him, the throne. Tino, Samage, they've had enough. Cold Embrace, this, they say. And the throne will go down. Oh.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
They finally found a target that could not be Cold Embrace. That Jabs could not save. And it was the throne.
Oh my god.
Did Fnatic ever get a tier 5 neutral item?